All right, we are live once again, and we are playing Metaphor ReFantazio, as you but soon will see once the game starts up. Snatch that stream and share it with you. There we go. My Japanese. Oh, Lordy, it's giving me everything but my Japanese. How? Days, man. Can't minimize my window. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Now I gotta resize everything. It's some bullshit. There we go. Oh no, that's turning it up. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. There we go. Had the volume blasting. I was going way up. Away with you, beggar!
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh,
Away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
Your kingdom for a horse.
A land grotesque as its people.
But not as grotesque as your mama.
You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms
know if
upon the
it's
prince's grave
something.
had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand
I think the
together.
controller's connected.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows
Wait
stir
a
in the
second.
castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
Why you know that?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter. The very
Put the
crux
dongle
of his
back in
vaunted
after.
bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them
I have to get
dead,
in the computer back from
who
the
should take
barber.
the throne?
There we go. Look at this dude with his. Who would you ooh, bitch? I might pick up that game and can finish it as something. So I won't start from the beginning, no matter how long it's been. The story just wasn't interesting enough to start from the beginning. Hell yeah, my CPU cool as shit. I bet you if I open up my computer right now, it'll be wearing sunglasses. That's how cool my CPU is. Damn. Yo, I heard they did body type 1 and 2 in Oblivion. I haven't heard about any other like woke changes, but the character creator, they went ahead and put body type 1 and 2 in there. If I play the game, I want to be able to go into the character creator and I want to see if I can hit the option to take the clothes off. And I want to see if I switch body types, will they cover up the nipples in one of those body types? If they don't, I'm going to report them to the ESRB. That needs to be an adult-only game. I don't care what the character looks like. If they're female, you gotta cover up the nips. And if they're all like, "Oh, that's not a female, though," like, well, then when I create my character, if somebody refers to me as a her, I'm not covering my nips. It's a much more adult-rated game. But that's how you know they always do that, by the way. All them games where they're like body type this, body type that. It's like, okay, well, let me pick the barbarian class. All right, let me pick body type A. Look at all those pecs. Let me pick body type B. Oh, wow. For some reason, body type B covers the nips. I wonder what's up with that. Look at Vepper. I definitely will one day, Vepper. I've been wanting to replay Oblivion anyways. But who knows, right? Now what I really do though is I want like a fully voice acted Morrowind and Daggerfall. A vid? You can probably just find a picture. I'll look for it real quick. Hey, Crispy Bacon, how's it going? Oblivion body type. Images. Here it is. Oh, Lord. And what's this abomination on the screen here? Not like Oblivion faces look too good to begin with, but damn. You had all these years to make the characters' faces look better, and this is what you got. Body type 1, 2. Bro, is 2 male or is 2 female? Someone in chat said human Shrek. What the fuck is going on? If this is the female face, holy shit. You out your fucking mind.
That there, now that is a
Y'all don't gotta worry about me playing it anyways. Like I said, I'm $200 in the hole from having to fix my damn computer. So I won't be buying games for a long time.
There's nothing to be done about it.
Let's see.
We got Maria and Baden. And that's it. We can hang out with Yufa on the road. And she'll be maxed. Hey, Private Tomcat, how's it going? Audio.
What's the world coming to?
What? Barry used the pooper too?
All right, then.
The pooper.
Let's not. Got it.
Hello, little Mr. Mustachio, the kitty cat. How are you today? Yeah, I guess I've already used the pooper. Le poo. Her. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I guess I can hang out with Maria.
It will be Lord Louis. That's Lord Louis for you.
He's lower than Baden. They'll be able to do Maria, Baden, then Maria again. Which would give me 3 days of hangings. Then on day 4, I won't have in the days. Unless
All right,
no.
Where to?
Is
Let's see.
isn't the Basilio a daytime person? Nice. So we got 7 daytimes. I don't know how many night we have though. At some point, Basilio is gonna want to do it on the road, so we're gonna have to hang his with him on the roadses. But at the moment, he seems fine. Like, she is road only now.
Why, you little...
Oh, that's right. I gotta get her bath water still. I cannot believe this lady straight up was like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Prince, have you heard about those hot springs? You should really use them. In fact, I'll reward you if you use them. The only thing is that you need to give me a vial of water that you from when you bathed in it to prove you used it." It's like, she want the bath water, bro.
You there? The bat?
I can hardly think on it.
What's the bath water?
You little bastard. It will be Lord Louis.
That girl's nasty.
They're just killing each other. Let's
Well,
see.
let's see. Sword check request. Doesn't look like there's any.
They're just killing each other.
If there is one,
Where
it's
to?
not.
Let's go.
The game isn't telling me about it, Sword.
We got a mother of all storms a brewing.
We got a mother.
What's the world coming
All right,
to?
then.
What's going on? Salty It will be Lord Louis.
This is all right.
Luis is the only one here.
Smash it all to bits.
I'll smash your mama to bits. Oh.
Smash it all to bits. Luis is the only one left.
Louis.
It will be Lord Luis before too long.
Oh. I don't even know what the Trial of the Dragon Quest is, Soren. Oh yeah, here we go. 2 hour. Am I good? In about 2.5 hours. Oh, that's right. Maybe I can do this now just in case. The hell is this? All right, so let's see. What the hell going on? What's this? I don't trust this shit at all. Is gonna do. I know what I'm just gonna do. Oh, that's right. Like, is it find this? Oh yeah, that's right. It's right here. This should be it. All right, so we'll get all that all ready to rock and roll. About 2.5 hours. Good. People were streaming themselves last night trying to pre-order the Nintendo Switch.
It will be
Oh,
Lord
now
Louis.
that's exciting.
I didn't watch any of those streams. I plan on watching Kimmy's though.
Ooh.
After the fact.
Louis is the only one.
Apparently the websites were crashing and people were struggling. It was a nightmare for people.
Lord Louis. Ooh.
Oh, now that's exciting.
Yeah, I wouldn't like if it was a normal thing, like if I was gonna pre-order this kind of thing online, do that kind of stuff, and it happened to have coincided with my normal stream time, then yeah, sure, I would have.
Is this it? All right then.
If it was like super affordable and I knew everyone was doing it, then maybe I would have streamed it and been like, yo, come and hang out as we all try to pre-order the thingy and like tell me your stories and stuff like that. But
Nothing left to do.
bro, the damn thing is like $100 billion a video game.
What in the
That's the main problem.
Please,
The console price is a little inflated,
please.
but it's a one-time inflation fee. It's not that bad. It's more than it should be. There ain't no way, bro. $80 for Mario Kart. That's fucked up. I would have already had another video out. I'm gonna release a video probably tonight, hopefully.
What is there to be done?
Dunking on people defending Nintendo's increasing of the prices of they've increased the prices of random bits of the hardware, and people were thanking Nintendo for being generous.
Please.
No fucking joke. The fanboys were like, "Oh, thank you, Nintendo, for not increasing the price of the Nintendo Switch because of tariffs, and in eating that loss, and only increasing the price of the controllers to $100, like sucking off Nintendo while being robbed." I got a video planned for that. Like it's fine. Like if someone wants to buy 80 copies of Mario Kart 8 and drop like $6,000, $8,000 or some $6,000 or $7,000 or whatever it would cost to buy 80 copies of that. I'm like, that's on you, right? That's all. That's fine. I'm not good thing. It's what makes you happy. You do your thing. But don't come at me and tell me I'm wrong for saying the shit's too fucking expensive. And don't act like Nintendo's being generous and like thank them and then be mad at me because I'm not thanking them too. Eat a cock.
Smash it all to bits.
Especially when you're just 100% wrong and Nintendo is 100% just robbing you. There is no fucking reason for them to increase the price. Like there's genuinely about to be a spaghetti-o moment.
Let's go.
Like, oh look, Nintendo raised the price of their controllers and raised the price of this, and the amiibos are now $30. The controllers are $95. Like, it's like, oh man, those tariffs really hit them. And then, but little does the viewer know, I'm proving that the tariffs had absolutely zero effect. Zero, zilch, nada effect on the price.
Now what am I to do?
I have the shipping locations. I have the fucking tariffs. Like, yeah, they inflated the price because they could inflate the price. It had literally nothing to do with the tariffs. They're just lying. It's called greedflation.
Oh, hell.
Fucking assholes.
Oh, God. Take a look.
Why you be lying, Nintendo?
The sky.
Check the price of the Quest 3 controller, Hori Mori. They be scamming people on them with them controllers, man. They be scamming people. Oh, these 3 quests? Yeah. I got these quests a few days ago.
This is the only one, isn't it?
Now, how did I wind
Oh, any one of them.
$95. And Nintendo's like, inflation and oh yeah, the last minute increase because of tariff. Tariff from who? Iron motherfucker.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Yeah, it's officially 450.
This weather is dreadful.
Oh, spaghetti-o. I want to be saying that. The video I'm gonna be so sarcastic and snobby and condescending. Like, oh man, too bad, so sad. It must suck to be born retarded.
I'm just incredulous.
Work without food for 2 days. Damn, boy, he's a
belongs to
soldier.
I'm just
He's a soldier, boy.
Oh, God.
Like my daughter. She wants a fucking Nintendo Switch 2. My daughter gonna get a fucking Nintendo Switch 2.
believe it's true. I'm just
I guess it's over then.
I don't give a fuck what it costs. I second job and I won't eat food for 2 days.
Well, isn't this a dilemma?
He won't even tell her to. Like, oh, thank you, Daddy.
I'm just
No,
incredulous.
I'd even give him shit someday.
I can hardly think on it. I'm just incredible.
How exciting. Okay?
Just so long as she's a good daughter. Gotta make sure she don't turn out like that
How exciting.
the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I want it all. I want the whole world. Man, shut your ass up. You don't deserve the world. Stop acting so snobby and shit.
Why did this happen? Why did this happen?
Oh, I don't remember what her name was. I forgot. It's been too long. I'm named Tarded. I've only seen the movie like 2 or 3, well, probably 3 or 4 times tops. And that was all a long time ago.
Well, I guess that's the end of it. I'm in trouble now.
I think she had like a rich sounding name. I don't know what it was, but it'd be one of the names like Yes Matilda, like her father would say yes darling or yes whatever her name was. I want it now. Oh.
Goodbye. Humans.
I hope he was able to get his daughter, as long as she's not one of them snobby ones. I hope he was able to get his daughter what she wanted.
There's no telling what. So whoever's strongest gets the crown. So whoever's strongest gets the crown. Hit the. Please.
Government creating artificial inflation, artificial monopolies, you know. That's how most of these giant corporations became what giant corporations in the first place. We don't actually have capitalism here in
I
America.
guess it's over then. Please?
The government interferes way more than they should. Their interference should stop at customers and people being exploited and hurt. Like their employees being exploited and hurt, and their customers being exploited and hurt. And that should be where that shit stops.
Right then.
But instead, they're all up in every fucking company's business. Every fucking company. And all they end up doing is making it so the smaller companies struggle and the bigger companies become even bigger.
Hiya.
Is it Louis?
What do you think you're playing at?
Oh, I'm in it now.
I know you're a small business yourself, Vepra. I know you're a businessman. And then you're dealing in a type of business that the government specifically hates too. They got your ass on a list.
Hiya.
Fancy a ride? All right, then. Where to?
Let's go.
Like, oh, that little piece of metal. How much is that little piece of metal there? There's no like mechanics part or anything to it. It's just a little piece of metal that you attach to some other pieces of metal. How much does that little piece of metal cost? And they're like $200. Now explain to me why that little piece of metal is $200. Because the government's made it illegal. Why is it illegal? Because we live in a tyrannical fucking authoritarian, under a tyrannical authoritarian government. Oh, okay. And they'll get your ass too, man. You remember that old YouTuber that did the Russian accent? That did the Russian accent and did the guns. He was like one of the original gun tuber people.
It was all in
You remember
vain.
who he is? You remember him, Vepper? You know he had all of his guns melted down. Now, you want to know why the government seized the absurd amount of weapons he had and the very rare. He had a lot of very rare weapons that you can no longer get anymore because they're illegal to get new. And they seized him and melted him down. Now, why did they seize and melt down his guns? Because he had a little bit of pot on him. That is right.
What to do?
Him and his girlfriend were pulled over, and I think it was his girlfriend or some shit had and they raided his house, took all of his guns, and melted them down. I can't remember the details of it. And then made it like illegal for him to have them forever. FPS Russia. I forgot. Like, I don't care if he was doing crack.
It was all in vain.
I don't give a fuck what he was doing. You are not in a free country if you're not free to do whatever the fuck you want to your own body. Like, I don't do drugs. I'm not a fan of drugs. I don't even drink alcohol, right? But even I say that that is people's own right. We live in a free fucking country, or supposed to live in a free country. And if there's one thing above all else that you're free, it's your mind and body. That's yours. As long as you're not infringing on someone else's freedom, your mind and body should be free to you to do whatever the hell you want to do with it. And it's disgusting that the government tries to claim we live in a free country while telling people what they can and can't do with their own fucking body. Now, I can understand limitations on saying something like selling that shit to children. Because you can say a kid's not old enough to understand these things, just like they're not old enough to consent, right? But an adult, they get to do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care how extreme it is. I don't think they should be doing some of that, most of that stuff, personally. But that's their choice. That's between themselves, their family, and God. And nothing to do with the government.
Oh, it's
Not a damn thing.
Well, let me.
I think a lot of the reason why so many things are illegal drug-wise are for the pharmaceutical industry. Like, various industries. I think that's the main reason why most drugs are illegal. I don't think it has anything to do with public like safety or anything like that. I think it's 99% of that shit is let's help enrich pharmaceutical companies in some way. Or some other kind of company. Like,
It was all in vain.
it is disgusting. And the whole illegal guns has nothing to do with public safety either. It's about empowering themselves. I've explained this to people. It's like, and when I explain it, I have to explain it a bit simple. I've learned to explain it a different way because I used to just say what they're doing. And then people would go, come on, man, they're not like thinking that deep. I'm like, come on, let me start by saying humans have been governing people for the entirety of human beings' existence. We've seen it. And the longer a government's been around, the more they see what works and what doesn't work. And there is one basic thing that all governments, all systems of government throughout the entirety of mankind's existence have learned very quickly. And that's that a people who are afraid give nearly unlimited, if not unlimited, amounts of power to the people in charge. So the more afraid your people are, the more power you have over them. You don't necessarily have to be the source of that fear. If you're the source of the fear, and they know you're the source of the fear, then you're in a little bit of more danger than if you can create an other. Most governments create an other, and that other becomes the source of fear. And once that fear is there, the people give unlimited power to that government.
It was all in vain.
Now, the way the US government does it is by trying to make it illegal to defend yourself. By trying to make it illegal and make it undesirable on top of that, with the media and things like that, to be a type of person who would protect yourself or who would protect your family. Making it so that you have to call the police. Making it so that you're not allowed to brandish your weapon. A person could be threatening your life or threatening you in any way, and you're like, oh, but you brandished your weapon. That's not legal. Like, you need to shoot them. I'm like, how is threatening someone who's threatening you a bad thing? Right? Like, they'll come up with all these rules to make it as difficult as possible for people to defend themselves. Now, the reason they're doing this is very simple.
Oh.
They want power. What happens when you create a culture where everyone is disarmed, where everyone thinks that the only the only source of violence that is legitimate is the police force? What happens? Well, here's what happens. Let's say you have a mommy and a daddy, and you're a little kid, and you want your daddy to be strong, or do you want your daddy to be weak? That's what happens. The government becomes your adult daddy. As a child, we all want our parents to be strong. Stronger our parents are, the less fear we have, right? Like, people without parents, they live in the most fear because they're weak, small, inexperienced. A lot of people join gangs and things like that. It's all about trying to find ways to, like, avoid danger. That's what humans do. So if you teach people that they're not supposed to be self-sufficient, if you make it difficult for them to be self-sufficient, and then you tell them that their only means of protection is the government, what do those people do? They do what the left currently does, and that's wishing more and more and more power to the government, wanting to have unlimited power, do as much as they possibly can do to be able to force people to do all these terrible things, because don't worry, they'll do whatever the government says, so they won't ever have to be forced. They want their big daddy government to be as strong as possible. Why? Because they have a dysfunctional family that they hate. They don't like guns, they're scared of them. They don't like weapons in general, they're scared of them. They have no means of protecting themselves. They have a super low amount of fucking testosterone. Like what do they have? They have nothing. All they have is their big daddy government to bail them out. But when the moment comes and they need Big Daddy government, it's too late. They already got shot. They already got stabbed. They already got robbed. And it's only after they're laying there fucking bleeding out that the police and the ambulance finally show up. And if they are lucky enough to fucking survive, maybe they'll see justice. Maybe. Like, Big Daddy government isn't gonna fucking save you. Like, oh, I want Big Daddy government to have all the power to give people money when anything bad happens, even the slightest amount. Why? Oh, because I hate my family. We live in a dysfunctional family, and so if something happens to me, no one can help me because I'm a mean person and nobody likes me, especially my family. Right? That's how these people are. They don't talk to their fucking neighbors. Like, that's the other thing that the leftists do now. They don't talk to their fucking neighbors. They don't trust their neighbors. Like, no, me? I want my neighbors armed and dangerous. I want my neighbors armed and dangerous. I talk to my neighbors. I let them borrow things. I borrow things from them. I help them out when they have issues with something. Like, I got into a fight with, or, you know, not like a fist fight, but an argument with one of my neighbors. And she was all huffy puffy, even though she was 100% in the wrong. But less than a couple of days later, she had to do some stuff. And it was heavy. But guess what I was doing? Because she's my neighbor and she needs help and she's not going to be carrying heavy stuff and there's no one in her house that can carry heavy stuff. So that's what you do. You help your neighbors out and they help you out. You do the same thing with your family, especially if you happen to have a good family. Holy hell, like someone like Gamerboy, he has a great family. Everybody's armed and dangerous. Everybody's relying on each other. Then what happens? What happens when Big Daddy government walks into a community that's like that and says, "Give me more power and authority over you, and we'll make you safe"? And you're like, "In what way? How are you gonna make me safe?" Well, after you've been stabbed, we'll investigate who stabbed you. It's like, yeah, you don't need more power to do that. You're fine right where you are. Nah, I want to have my friends and family and neighbors to look after that. Like, somebody coming around here looking like they're gonna stab somebody, they're gonna get shot. Somebody gonna shoot them. They better make that shit quick and run like a motherfucker.
It was all in vain.
But yeah, that's it. That's what's going on here. It's a very deliberate thing. Like, look what happened with COVID.
All right then.
Just look what happened with COVID.
Where to?
Let's go.
I think that shit was an accident, that they had some kind of fucking death counter just counting up. I think it was an accident that there was a massive transfer of wealth, one of the biggest transfers of wealth in human history, from the low and middle class to the upper class. Sure.
That's not the ways for you.
All just a coincidence. The governments have always and will always, or at least evil governments have always and will always use fear to gain power over their people. Dysfunctional families, big part of that. Like, when they first started up the projects in America, projects, my mom used to live right next to one of the first projects they made. I can't remember what it was called, Pruitt and Igo or some shit. I can't remember how to pronounce it. She lived right next to one of them. She wasn't in it, but she was like a block away. So she knows, talking to the kids that lived there when she was growing up, she knows what was going on in those places. And those little projects that the government set up to help poor people, all they did was they got a whole bunch of black people, put them together in this little tight space, told them they could not have fathers if they would have inspections, and if they found a male living in there with the mother, they'd kick them out. They could not have fathers in there. And on top of that, they were not allowed to have the television. They could not have television. They could not have father figures. What do you fucking think those kids did? Think that was on accident? That they made sure that the people who lived there couldn't have father figures and couldn't have a good source of entertainment inside the house? And street lights and shit started breaking out, and they just wouldn't repair them. They wouldn't even put a little screen over them. They just let them be broken. Why not? Dark. People are afraid now. All start forming little gangs. Did they break up the gangs and put it into all these gangs? No. They're still around to this motherfucking day. All they did was create a system where it would create a broken home where people lived in fear and then spread that fear throughout the city. Because the people in charge, do you think they had to deal with that shit? No, their little fancy rich ass homes were real far away. And then they tell those same people that they did that to, vote for me because I'm looking out for you. Didn't I give you some free shit? It was like that from the beginning. Now, I don't know how it is nowadays, but you could just see how they created the thing, how they started doing that kind of shit. But you could tell what their goal was. I'm sure today they allow TVs and shit like that. It wasn't like that at the beginning. I think it's a coincidence that the left, who are wanting more power for the government, also are trying to encourage families to break up. Where like left-wing teachers are being like, hey, let's have a little secret between me and you, student of mine. Don't tell your parent. We're gonna come up with special names for you and shit. They say something you don't like, just let me know. like trying to break up homes and shit. Taking away all of the legal responsibility that women had in families, but leaving all legal responsibility that men had. What did that do? They brought abortion over, took away all legal responsibility women had, and kept all legal responsibility men had, and actually increased the amount of legal responsibility men had. Now what does that do? What do you think that does? You know what that does? That results in men who walk away. And then when they go, and the government goes, don't worry, when you walk away, we'll take care of your kid part of the way too, by the way. If you can convince her not to go after you, we'll take full care of the kid. So the men just walk away. And the women just open their fucking legs, because what responsibility do they have? Even if it's a deadbeat dad, don't worry, the government will take care of him. Or they'll just kill it. They completely destroyed the family, and at the same time trying to disarm the family. Now at the same time trying to make it so that you don't trust your neighbors anymore. So what do you end up, what happens then at that point? You don't trust your neighbor, you don't have a family, you're not willing to arm yourself. You're just a scared little bitch who wants Big Daddy government to be as strong as possible. Every decision the government makes has one thing that they're looking to have. There's one outcome. More money and power for themselves. More money and power for themselves. And there's a few exceptions, but those exceptions come from very specific people who aren't monsters. All the rest of the politicians, like 90-something% of them, are just pieces. I'm not talking about Democrat versus Republican. I'm talking about all politicians in the entirety of the world are pieces of shit, except for like maybe 10% of them. I think the only way to fix it is to make it so that they have skin in the game. I came up with a system of rules. If a government, if a group of politicians declares war on a country and it goes badly, that politician should be put to death. They should be held directly responsible for the deaths of those people, those citizens that they sacrificed. If a politician makes a decision and it impoverishes its people, then they should lose their money. And I'm not just talking about their wages they make as a politician, but their goods that they had after the fact. For the rest of their life, they have to pay back the citizens of their country for impoverishing them. Like, unless politicians have skin in the game, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want because we don't care. It is way too cushy of a position without enough responsibility and punishment for bad action. That's what we need. And I'm not talking about any kind of rogue, crazy person actions. That shit doesn't help at all. I'm talking specifically like by law, like a proper government, what they should have did, the mistakes they made when creating the United States of America and all the other countries out there, is not coming up with a system that makes it so that politicians are directly punished immediately for what they did. They're not voted out. No, they're punished for their actions. They need to be a lot more than unemployed. They need to be punished. Like, did you come up with some kind of weird thing that like I'm making shit up now, like, but just like okay, like the Tuskegee Airmen. You remember that? Or not the Airmen, the Tuskegee Experiment. You remember that? That's it, right? That's the Tuskegee Airmen. I'm mixing up two different names. Yeah. So this shit here, where, let me pull it up here. This shit here, they gave people syphilis on purpose. You know what the punishment should have been? They should have immediately been kicked out of office. All of their wages should have been, they should have been locked in prison, and they should have been forcibly given syphilis and not treated. There should be consequences for your actions. You were given, like when you are governing millions of people and you choose to do evil, you should be punished severely.
Why, you little...
This game talks about governing people a lot. My head is pounding. We've lost our leader. We're in the throes of chaos, and still, good Lord, what's the world coming to? How are these charlatans like Louise and Rudolph so unabashed? Just unforgivable. Order has sunk into depravity. Does His Majesty truly intend to elect a new king in the current circumstances?
You little bastard, you. The world belongs to Lord Louis. The sky. I guess it's over then.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. All it takes is a lie, and you can lose your gun rights for the rest of your life.
The sky. I guess it's over then. You little bastard.
Someone lies, you go before a judge, and the judge goes, hey, you know, these charges, they're a little sketchy, you know, so the prosecutor's like, hey, we'll give you a good deal, right? Because we're not super confident in the case, so we'll give you a good deal. Here's what we'll do. You plead guilty, and we'll give you time served. There'll be no, so you won't get any kind of like fine or anything like that. Someone made this false accusation, but it can't really be proved, but you're scared, you don't want to go to trial for it. You know, and the lawyer's like, hey, plead guilty, and we'll give you time served. So the trial, as soon as the trial's over, that's it. No ankle brace, no time in prison or jail, fines. All they gotta do is plead guilty. They sign their little paperwork, they go home, and the police come with you, seize all your weapons, and melt them fucking down. And for the rest of your life, you can't have firearms. Like, oops, they didn't tell you about that part. That is a scenario that happens a lot, by the way.
Is it Louis after all?
What's the world coming to?
Is this it?
All right, so that's it.
Well,
I've checked everywhere. There's nothing around this place, so let's hang out
let's
with.
see.
And then tomorrow we'll hang out with Basilio. And after that we'll hang out with Maria. Basilio. Then Bada. I don't know. Somewhere. At the Maria. I think.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Pepper, he's just trying to live an honest life. Arming his fellow Americans. Enabling them to protect themselves, neighborhood, or their country. Giving them, making it so that they're not a people who live in fear and vote to have as much power as possible, give as much power as possible to the government. The government's like, we don't like you. Don't like you at all. You're gonna have to jump through every fucking hoop we could possibly think of in order for you to run your...
Smash it all to bits.
All right.
Smash it all to bits.
Mister.
I gave the solstice crossing drawing to Maria.
Wow.
Wow, wow, so pretty. The leaves are so red and the snow is so white. This drawing makes me so... And Jesus. I like that. I used to that in Rappy. I told Maria about all the memories I made there. See, there's really a place like that outside the Grand Trad. I have more of Norris's drawings. King Estate drawing.
Wow!
Mister, did you really go on top of a cloud? There was a building in the sky? Is it in Grand Trad too? I see. So there's really a place like this outside of Grand Trad?
Thank you.
Thank you, mister. I'll ask Miss Fabian if we can hang him on the wall. If I look at the pictures, I start feeling lonely because I think of you on your journey. You can come back and look at them too. Oh, if I could just show this to him, then maybe he'll, hey, mister, I want to show this to that boy. The boy laying on the ground over there, do you remember him? I think he might not like me. I'm a little nervous. I want to talk to him.
Yeah!
Thank you. You are here with me. I'm sure everything will be okay. Yeah, that's part of one of the things they're attacking, Pepper. That's one of the reasons why they've been going after. Notice that they don't go after any other religion, just Christianity. I want to talk to the boy the one I gave bread to, but the other day he ran away as soon as he saw me. Like they made a Devil May Cry anime. And it was just nothing but propaganda. It was like an American anime. I've never played the Devil May Cry games, but from what I understand, you're playing as a character who's a demon hunter, and there's like demons invading Earth and killing people and doing nasty shit, and you got to kill the demons. Very simple kind of thing, at least the first game. Because that's the only bit of the story I know at all because of my friend Scythe. I saw him play it for a little bit, but not much. And you wield two guns and you shoot them and you do combos with your guns, right? Shooting the demons. Apparently, they've changed the story up in the Netflix adaptation. They Netflixed it. And so what they did was they made it so that the American government was trying to colonize hell. And so the Christians, like the evil Christian American government soldiers invaded hell and started killing the innocent little people who aren't demons. They're just people adjacent who are misunderstood, and they started invading hell and killing those demons who were just innocent nobodies with their little families, and trying to colonize and take over hell. And so hell's just defending itself. Yeah. Right on point. Yep. Glorify the other. Condemn your neighbor. Condemn Christianity. Condemn your country. Condemn its military. And glorify the outsider. Like, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Sounds like something you want us to believe. I'm not saying you have to be afraid of an outsider. Them. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is that why does all media make the outsider nowadays some sort of misunderstood, innocent person who's just being harmed? They thought Christians were cannibals because they would see Christians talking to bums and rescuing abandoned babies, and they wouldn't see them again. Anybody who was talking to a Christian was given help or not seen again. Where was this? What country happening in? That's funny. I that's understandable. That reminds me of the cargo cult people. You know those people on that island who like worship planes and like dress up in like pseudo-American soldier and do like drills and shit like that, and hoping to summon cargo planes to drop them more goods. And we're just like, we shouldn't interfere. Let it be. I want to talk to that boy. The one I gave bread to the other day. But the other day he ran away as soon as he saw me. Let's go talk to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, the outsider is not good or bad. The outsider is an unknown entity. Depending on what time era you're in, basically depending on what era you're in and what part of the world you were in that era, determines what was more likely. Like outsiders, certain times and certain areas were far, 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 far more likely to be just good, normal people than they were to be something bad. And in certain places, there were times and areas to where outsiders were far more likely to be very bad people. Or 50-50. Never know. But one thing is certain. If you have a small community, outsider comes in, it is only natural and correct to keep an eye on them. Because you don't know what kind of person they are yet. You know your neighbor, you know your friends, you know your family. You don't know this person though. And once they introduce themselves and they shake some hands and they start talking to people and getting to know the community, then you treat them like any other part of the community. But if this person who you don't know comes into your community and they lock themselves in their house and you never really see them and strange noises are coming from their house and shit, then people are going to be curious. They're gonna be, what's going on in there? There's going to be rumors that come up. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's how people work. And the people work that way because that's survival instinct. Expecting people to not work that way is ridiculous. But they try, specifically, especially the left nowadays, try so hard to program people to be different than that. To instead think vileness of the neighbor, to think vileness of the family, to try to live a secluded life where you don't touch people or talk to people. You can't say anything to your female coworker because it's sexual harassment. You can't go out and meet someone because if you do, like there's no one there. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna go to the bookstore, maybe you know, or go to the library and meet a woman who has a common interest in me. And it's like, well, where is everyone? Oh no, they're home. That's where they are. They're home. And then if you try to talk to one at your job, get hit with a sexual harassment charge. So it's like you're separated from people. Everything they do, they try to separate people. They don't want you talking to people, even of the opposite sex. They don't want you like talking to your neighbors, they don't like your family. They don't want you armed. They just, all this shit is a recipe to destroy a country too. It's short-term good for them, but long-term it's bad for the country. Because birth rates go down, crime goes up, which of course, more fear gives them more power. But yeah, it's only natural. If you're living that kind of life where you're alone, you don't even have a girlfriend, you're completely alone, you don't have friends because you don't go anywhere or talk to anyone, you don't have family because you hate your family, you don't have any kind of weapons because you think that they're evil and bad, and it's just like, what the fuck? You're living the worst sort of life. And it's all intentional. It's all intentional. It's all set up to be that way. At least we can make internet friends nowadays, right? Sad thing. I'm going to do my best. And I haven't even been playing the game at all. This is going to make a bad watch after the fact. Maybe I should create a new stream. This will be the first. Is this the first thing I've done, really, is hang out with her? If I'm going to create a new stream, now would be the time. But yeah, it is. Yeah, the government, man, I don't know, man. I'm not saying all governments are evil. I think that we need governments, and I think that the Western-style governments, especially America, good. The way that they're supposed to function, I just don't think that they function. Yeah, it started with them taking all FPS Russia guns and burning them down, all because he fucking had some pot on him. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna start a new stream that way, because I haven't technically done anything, so it'll be an easier watch. So I'm gonna start a new stream and make sure this stream here isn't part of the playlist. So if anyone watches this after the fact, they don't come into a thing where nothing happens for the first hour and 19 minutes. All I've been doing is talking for like hour and 19 minutes and not even playing the game. But anyways, I'll be back and we'll play the game and talk. So let me just go ahead and turn this off and remove these from part of the playlist and start back up again. All right, so I'll be back.